So Juho Valtonen and Luca Leistra will be alongside each other on the front row of the grid. Max Stemmerdink from the Netherlands, a race victor here today at the circuit. We'll have Nick Cuppens alongside. Stormbrouwer has been in the thick of the action so far today and starts P5 ahead of Milan Coppens in the 3:44 from Belgium. Kylian Tavernier from France and Danny Prince from the Netherlands round out row 4 ahead of Switzerland's Mario Sidler and Germany's Fabian Bock. Pierre Dorrestein from the Netherlands and Dylan Lahaye from Belgium round out the top 12 positions ahead of Patrick Slokmelis, Yash Ramjankan, Bart de Wit, Lars Zanen, Victor Plateau, Marcelo Wegner-Pahord, Jordi van der Eyck, Daniel Hunt, Wood Kirstens, Jens Pranger, Tern Schmidt, and Julien Hache from France rounding out the 24 strong. We've got 4 more races after this one, a total of 15 races in all, and then we have a further 9 tomorrow. 24 races in total for the nigh on 100 strong field in total. But it is time once again to see what happens in our 5th out of 6 races for Senior Rotax, because we'll have groups B versus D after this one. So what will be coming towards us in terms of excitement here on heat number 5? We're about to find out. So it's Valtonen, Leistra, Stemmerdink, Coppens, Brouwer, Coppens, Tavernier, Prince, Sidler and Bock. They come out of turn 12. They now make their way towards the tram lines. So on this particular occasion, the drivers are ready. Are we ready? Are we steady? Revs rise, lights go out. They're off and away and racing, and a great work again from the lights. Now this time, this has really changed now, because Rose up to 3rd. Leicester's trying to go up the inside of, fires it past him through turn 3. That was great work by Luca Leistra. He dropped from 2nd, went to 4th, but then decided Stormbrouwer was easy prey going through turn 3, and the Belgian make it stick there. Stemmerdink in the meantime has got past into 2nd position from 3rd on the grid, whilst Brouwer went following past behind him. So the drivers now making sure that they have the opportunity. It looks like, one of the it looks like one of the carts is having a bit of a moment there. 3 wide, and someone in the middle was getting squeezed going through turn 10. That's not where you want that to happen. And the drivers really, that was possibly Danny Prince is now up the inside. Goes Luca Leistra on Max Stemmerdink, and what this means now is that Leistra is using the old think tactic there, as if to indicate to Max Stemmerdink, right, let's get after Juho Valtonen, but Stormbrouwer, Kylian Tavernier, Pierre Dorrestein now closing in. The train is expanding, and it is the Leistra train. Forget Jarno Trulli on this one. But you can see just how close these drivers are. So the battle for 2nd position well and truly on. That is going to be contested at the moment by a quintet of drivers. That is Leistra, Stemmerdink, Tavernier. It looks like Dorrestein is in there too. Don't count out Milan Coppens. There's some great moves up the order. You can just see in the train behind the top 8. There's another train that is really starting to make its presence felt at the circuit at this particular moment in time. So now, these drivers really pushing like crazy. 4 minutes and 45 seconds plus an additional lap. There are so many small infinitesimal gaps between some of these drivers, and you could just see, someone's lost the back end. And that would have been Daniel Hunt, I believe, in the 388 from Latvia, going proper sideways. That must have been a new underwear change right there for the Latvian. So now things really heating up at the front of the field. Dylan Lahaye closing on Nick Cuppens. So it could be from 2nd to 9th that could be battling over that position. As now, Stemmerdink springboards up the inside of Lystra. So Stemmerdink back into second position, but in the meantime, Juho Valtonen has a lead of around 0.8 of a second. Stormbroer and Kylian Tavernier now making their presences felt as Lystra getting swamped all over the back bumper by Stormbroer. You could see that Lystra went one way, then the other, and then had to turn the cart in, rotate it before Stormbroer had any idea of an opportunistic move. And Stormbroer is now going to go for it up the inside of turn 10. Goes the Dutchman and neatly through on the 307. Now Lystra is going to come under real big salvo fire thanks to Tavernier, Dorrestein and Coppens. Nick Coppens in the meantime has dropped behind. There goes Milan Coppens. Oh, into the side of Beard Dorrestein. Oh, that was heart in the mouth moment, I think is the words I was looking for there. But that's the thing. When a driver decides now is the time to send it, they will go for it. I've seen that time and time again from Milan Coppens. I don't expect anything less from the young man who represented Team Belgium at the Circuito Internazionale Napoli in Sarno in late October 2019 as part of Team Belgium for the Grand Finals. So 2.5 minutes remaining. And Juho Valtonen did have about a second lead as up the inside of Dorrestein. This time Coppens, does he make the move? He does for the minute, but Dorrestein now saying he's being told off quite well and truly there as Lystra fires it up the inside of Brewer going through turn 2. Tavernier not too far behind. Oh, this is getting rather dicey. Oh, LaHaye up the inside. Well, that was one for the books, and now Dorrestein has got Nick Coppens up his inside. Dylan LaHaye goes through. Dorrestein completely compromises, and in one corner loses 3 positions. Now LaHaye up the inside of Coppens going through turn Coppens going through turn 7. Coppens not too far behind now. He throws it up the inside of the Dames Racing driver. The pair go wide. Dorrestein up the inside, but Coppens keeps the move going. There are more moves. Loch Mellis now well and truly in the fight. I think Victor Plateau is in there too. These drivers are giving it everything and then some. My goodness. Valtonen has now got just over a second lead on Stemmerdink. Lystra in third, Brewer in fourth, Tavernier, LaHaye, Coppens, Dorrestein, Loch Mellis, Zainen, Coppens, Ramjankan, Prins, Plateau, Bock, Wonder Eyck, Schmidt, Wegner Pahod, Sidler, Kirstens, De Witt, Hunt, Pranger and Hash. They are all... Oh, now there's a bit of a bump draft assist there. The 303 of Danny Prince on teammate Nick Coppens. Now, who was that they got past? I'm just wondering, because that was a... I think that might have been on Yash Ramjankan, because Yash is actually with Dams Racing. That is the case. And so behind, they have got Fabian Bock and also Victor Plateau. So now we're getting into the last 30 seconds of the race plus an additional lap. Valtonen has got breathing space, does not need to worry. He just needs to keep it calm, consistent and clean. Hitting every apex, turning the kart in, putting the power down at the right moment. Whereas Lystra is now dropping time to Stemmerdink, but is coming under fire from Brewer and Tavernier. And this is going to be the penultimate lap because the leader now makes his way through, and there has been a 5-second time penalty. It's been given to the 367 of Turn Schmidt. So that will put Schmidt a little bit further down the order. That will probably put him in around 21st position or so. But the timer has now expired. And we have one more senior Rotax heat after this one, and that could be rather explosive too. Valtonen onto the final lap. Stemmerdink, Lystra, Brewer, Tavernier, LaHaye, Coppens, Zainen, Coppens and Prins round out the top 10. Pierre Dorrestein has parked it after on lap number 7 of this race. And also the 304 Jens Pranger has now had a time penalty. 5 seconds, causing a collision. So 2 drivers. So the 367 of Turnschmidt, that was for all 4 wheels outside of track limits. However, we're on the final lap of this race. These drivers will now be able to have a little bit of respite, get rid of the red mist and the adrenaline, and get themselves rested, fed, watered, ready for tomorrow. But Juho Valtonen will come across the line. The Finn from Stanpex Motorsport does it again. Wins by just over 3/4 of a second ahead of Max Stemmerdink, with Luca Lystra rounding out the top 3. Beer Dotterstein, the only one of the 24 drivers retiring on this race on lap 7 out of 9. So let's have a look at the finishing order, all provisional, I might add, for Senior Road Tax heat number 5 of the day, groups A versus C. Juho Valtonen takes the victory, representing Finland in the 342. Max Stemmerdink in the 301 is second, representing the Netherlands, and Luca Lystra makes it 3 different nationalities in the top 3, representing Belgium in the 307. Storm Brewer in the 338 took 4th ahead of Kilian Taunier. Another good top 6 result for Dylan LaHaye in the 328. Milan Coppens in 7th, Lars Zanen in 8th, Nick Coppens in 9th, Danny Prince in 10th, ahead of Fabian Bock, Yash Ramjankan, Jordi van der Eyck, Victor Plateau, Marcelo Wegner-Parod, Turnschmidt, Mario Sidler, Bart de Wit, Wout Kirstens, Patrick Slokmelis, Daniel Hunt, Jens Pranger, and Julian Hash being the last of the 23 classified finishers, with Beer Dorrestein retiring on lap number 7.